Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Attila Western Roman Empire campaign. So between episodes, and again between turns, I think I started the last episode the same way, we've been attacked by the Ebdanians. They've been, I wouldn't say one step ahead of us the entire time, but they've been pretty aggressive in their conducting of this war. They, of course, were the ones that declared the war on the Picts, not us necessarily, but because we were the Picts are our puppet states. So because, you know, they're our puppet state, we had to intervene, and they've gone entirely after us. They hit Saguntium once, sacked it, we were able to repair it, and then we set up a legion in Saguntium to sort of force the Ebdanians to defend their one and only province in case we decided to sail across the the Irish Sea and attack them. So now they are attacking us at Saguntium again, but this time we have a legion station there. So we're looking at about 2,400, maybe 2,500. We'll just say 2,400. Yeah, it's almost exactly 2,400 against around 3,500 attackers. So they do have us outnumbered by about 1,000 men, but in battles this size, that doesn't mean as much, especially since they are assaulting our defenses, and we will have time to set everybody up. And then the troop quality on our end is going to be far superior as well. So this is definitely a winnable battle. In fact, it should be a pretty easy victory for us unless we do something stupid. So we're looking at this legion under, I don't remember which legion this is, but it's the one commanded by Secundus Scaevola, and he's got, you know, our typical legion deployment, 4 Legio, 4 Monaletoi, 2 Western or 2 Auxilia Palatina, 4 Ballistari, and an assortment of, you know, light cavalry plus some artillery. And then we have the garrison that isn't fully recovered yet because, again, this place did just get sacked, but that's going to add a few more troops to our roster, and then we have a couple of very heavily damaged ships on our side as well. So that said, let's go ahead and dive on into this. We should be able to hold them off and score a pretty decisive defeat on them here, or decisive victory in our case, but we should be able to kill off quite a few of them, and if we're able to, I'm going to try to run down every unit I can. I'm hoping that none of them make it out of this battle, and then it's just a matter of sailing over to their lone province and subjugating them to end this war. So this is actually working to our favor, I think. They had more armies and more men. They could have spread them out and done a lot of damage that way, because we can only be in one place at a time with our single legion. But they decided to bring all of their forces to me in a place where I have a good chance to defeat them. So I'm pretty pleased with this. Now we just need to make it work for us. So let's dive in. Okay, so the battle has begun. I've sort of just fortified this area here. We have our one barricade set up on this end over here, because this prevents any entrance into this particular part of the base. And I've used the understrength garrison units to sort of fortify this area, so all of them are basically deployed over here. And then the full strength legion is guarding everything else. I meant to move you to the center. Whoops. Just, yeah, get over here or something. So, any other place where I could have put the barricade, such as right here, wouldn't have blocked every entrance. So, for example, had I done that one, they still could have come up and around and attacked this way. So I figured that was the best place to put it, because it actually did block a path. It didn't just reroute them to a different area. And so in the other two entrances, I have the Auxilia Palatina in a testudo stance in the very front, with the Monaletoi pikes immediately behind them, in, again, both sides. Behind that is our Legio. They're not in testudo so that they can actually skirmish with their ranged weaponry. And then at every major entrance, I have at least one unit of Ballistari. At the front entrance where the ships will be landing, we have 2. I also have the onager facing the enemy ships, hopefully to sink a few before they arrive. And is there anything else? Right, all the cavalry is deployed right here in the hopes of harassing the enemy artillery before it can do any real damage. We will need to let their cavalry commit before we go after them, though. If they're too close, it could get very, very ugly in that fight. Now, the cavalry will stay more or less in this area because as the enemy troops are defeated, they'll start to retreat in every direction except for toward the sea, so we'll need to run them down in sort of an arc like this. So that's the plan. Whether or not it works will remain to be seen. I imagine it will, though. And you're firing perfect. So flaming rounds. Now, what I'm going to try to do here is just tie up as many of their ranged ships as I can. I don't need you guys... can I get you to melee attack? I can't. That's annoying. Right, well, you two can harass the general then. That'll work. Can I put you in a skirmish mode? Unfortunately, I can't. So I'm going to have to micro those quite a bit, but... Oh well, it can't be helped. But yeah, I need you to run smack into those archers. Just kind of delay them. You two need to maybe not ride or sail straight into the enemy ships there. You're kind of supposed to keep your distance. Why aren't you firing yet? There we go. Just try to light the thing on fire. If you could do that, that'd be great. Start coming this way. But keep firing. Definitely keep firing. Let's see, we'll start turning them. Don't run into each other. Oh god. Well, at least we tied up one of their archers. We may actually win that fight. Oh, they've already destroyed a tower. Let's go make sure we're not like losing anything over here. So they actually are trying to attack me over here. What are you? How fast are you? 111. I think that's the fastest we have. Oh, you're just as fast? Yeah, you can run them down. So all three of you commit to that. You two are going to go out this way and then that way. And I'm going to ignore those two. Should I just have you land? That might not be such a terrible idea. Well, it's only 40 archers. I don't know that it's going to make a difference. Honestly, if you could prevent them from landing, though, that would be great. Like, if we set them up here to sort of block spots where their ships could go and they have to engage us within range of the onager, that would be pretty useful. Can you maybe sink one of those? I kind of want to watch this, but I also need to make sure my cavalry is not getting slaughtered. You guys went way too slow. But yeah, keep firing at that. Over here, I need you on that one, and I need you on this one. You appear to have defeated those guys all on your own. So why don't you two turn around and engage them, since you're probably going to get engaged by them. Wow, it took you a while to respond to that, didn't it? Make sure you don't let them get away. We do have a major speed advantage against them, so we shouldn't have any trouble running them down. Why aren't you firing like crazy? Like rain death on these guys. Right there. Flaming shot, just let them have it. You guys are firing... let's make sure that's flaming as well. There we go, now we're firing. Is that going to connect? One of them did. One more hit and that thing will sink. Okay, we got the artillery. Let's put you guys on them. Wait, are you the understrength one? You stay on the artillery. Have you downed that ship yet? Oh, get the general ship. If you can kill him at sea, that would be fantastic. Come on, come on, come on. It's gonna hit something. Oh, we got him. Well, there's one ship down. So this is working pretty well. Get those axemen. Just try to pick off the dangerous ones. They seem to be running into each other, though. I think that's the problem they're having. Is they can't all land in the same places, but they don't really have anywhere to go. Come on, while they're close together. All right, so the enemy general's dead. That might drop a couple ships right there. Oh, that got two in one shot. Oh god, they did not think this through at all. See if you can hit that one. Oh, it'd be so great if we killed like half of their army without them even landing. I wasn't expecting it to be that effective. Uh-oh. Okay, let's put two on each. and you're going to go after that one. But you should have the advantage there. These guys are slower, way slower, and they aren't really geared toward fighting other cavalry. You guys actually are. Okay, back to this. We didn't lose any men over here, right? No, we still got the barricades. Is this going to kill a bunch more ships? I think it might. It looked like it downed maybe 1 or 2. It at least damaged 2. Is there anything I can do to make you shoot faster? No, unfortunately. You guys have range down to the shore, but that is it. Let's see. See if you can't maybe get rid of that one. That might hit the other spear unit next to it. Definitely got that one, though. I couldn't tell if it hit the other. You could also start targeting maybe this one. But we've already weakened them pretty considerably. You guys are firing on them already. I don't know if I should use this yet. Let's let a couple more land before we use that ability up. Let's get you hanging out over here. You guys don't need to run them down. The cavalry is going to get away more than likely, so I wouldn't waste too much effort chasing it. Let's just have you guys set up over here in anticipation of, you know, enemies fleeing. Non-cavalry enemies fleeing, that is. You know, they haven't really attacked over here. I'm going to shift you guys that way so you can help out. Although it might be better to put you here. Let's do that. Because we're going to have more enemies landing on this side, I think. I'll let you let loose. You guys are welcome to do the same. Oh, no. Whoops. Yeah, reposition back to where you were. I don't know why they were trying to get in range of another unit that I targeted, I think. What are you up to? I think they're going to try to engage my cavalry. If they do, we're just going to flank them and rout them. Some of these units haven't even taken that many casualties and they're already starting to break. Why are you not lighting these guys up? There you go. That's what I wanted to see. So are they trying to attack over here maybe? I don't know why they wouldn't have just gone up the other way. The only thing I can think of is maybe they're going for the tower, and if they do that, then we'll just surround them with cavalry. So that's already 2 units routed. We're going to need to deploy some cavalry over there to clean that up. So, seeing as you're probably the closest to that, why don't you start running over there? And we'll make sure that none make it out of here alive. Let's see, if you guys are firing, make sure you're doing fire arrows, and you can use that ability. Probably not going to waste yours yet. There's not a whole lot in range, but we will soon. What are you targeting right now? I mean, that's not the worst idea, but I'd rather you hit the ships. Especially the ones that are kind of stuck at sea. Alright, so where are you at? There you are. Run down that one first. They're the closest to getting away, and then we'll do this one next. You know, go that way, go that way. Like, it shouldn't be... I shouldn't have to micro that. You should be able to figure that out. Like, they're headed that direction. They'll come to you. Okay, so they did try to flank around. They're getting shot to hell by ballista right now. What is that? We should probably deploy some cavalry over there. So, let's have you go deal with that one. And you are going to run over there in anticipation of some of those. And you're going to stay out here in the middle. Yeah, they're going to run right back to us, so we'll make sure to clean that one up. Gotta watch out for the enemy infantry, though. They might run past each other as they try to flee, and we don't want that to end up killing some of my cavalry. You guys can go ahead and use your ability. Start softening them up. Good, you're engaged over there. You're about to be. Let's make sure that you don't end up in a fight with those two, but you are welcome to try to kill those. Our general's under attack. How is that happening? Let's get you into a testudo stance. so that you're harder to hit with range weapons. And again, I don't know why you're wasting ammo on... You probably should have been shooting that. It's a little late now. Sure, target that. See if you can drop one right into their infantry. Well, that killed somebody. Alright, so that's out of ammo. You're supposed to be running that down. You can go ahead and engage this. What else do we have going on? You have a bunch of stuff over there that you need to clean up. And yeah, we're routing them. So you two, I want you to advance just slightly so that your pikes engage. How are you guys doing? You should be just getting lots of kills. You don't have any yet? They have 45. 218 on that one. Another 180 there. That's what I like to see. Go ahead and engage that one. What's happening over here? Okay, so they're starting to mop up. Not as effective as I would have liked, but I mean they're doing their job. Let's boost everybody's morale in there. Oh wait, that was a morale debuff. Okay, so there's our victory. That was pretty quick. Now I'm gonna run down all this I'm gonna run down all these enemies that are routing with my cavalry. So I'm gonna cut here, and I'll see you guys when that's all finished. All right, so that was about as good a victory as we could have hoped for. We were able to kill just about everything that they deployed. There was only like what it looks like under 200 that survived out of 3,500. We only lost 244 ourselves, and I don't know what happened with that cavalry unit. I was kind of busy micromanaging all of them, so it was hard for me to keep track of just one. But I don't know how that one got entirely wiped out. It must have been caught up in some infantry or something, or maybe by some archers or something to that effect. But they died pretty early based on their kill count. The other cavalry did exceptionally well, though. I think 300 was like the minimum. No, so 257, but yeah. The other two had over 300. Now, the Onager was the real hero. Even though it says it only killed 11 men, it sinked several transport ships, which had, a lot of men on them. And so while the Onager did not kill them, it did cause them to drown, so I would count those kills for the Onager. And one of those was the general, and that was really what made the battle go so quickly, is that the enemy general died before he even made landfall. So the Ballistari did pretty well too, at least the ones that were actually engaged. Yeah, this one got nearly 300 kills, so much better than those stupid Sagittarii. The Legio didn't really have to fight much. None of them suffered any casualties. Some of them got some kills, but it's really, nothing. The Manalitoi, I think, took some damage from missile fire. These guys got a couple kills from the enemies that tried to charge the front defenses, but, obviously we were fine there. Nothing really doing for these two, and the Emperor, or the General didn't have to do anything at all. I don't think these guys saw any combat. Oh, apparently they did. The Legio that were up on the fortifications, or the barricade, got some kills. They weren't harmed themselves, though. So they must have just used their throwing weapons, and then... Let's see. I would say those light marines did a pretty admirable job, given how few they had. They killed 78 of those archers before they were taken out. And then while the bowman marines didn't get any kills themselves, they did create that logjam that caused the ships to kind of pile up in front of our onager, which obviously helped us quite a bit. And so it looks like, other than their cavalry, they were almost wiped out to a man. Apparently their mercenary onager survived. And then some of their archers, some of their brigands, but otherwise, yeah, completely wiped out. So that's going to leave them with almost nothing to defend Ebdanian with, which means that we can immediately counterattack and take it. Or subjugate it, more accurately. Okay, so... obviously, their leaders were killed there. All two of them that were deployed. The Huns are... ooh. They were pretty successful with that one. And faction destroyed. I don't know which faction they're referring to. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. and we had a son born to somebody. We'll have to look into who. Some terms of office have ended, and crap. Well, she kind of failed. Luckily, she has enough influence to secure a small bribe, which will get him up to 6. And all the offices were secured without any further influence spent, so that's really, really good as well. Now then, we want to head up here. It is winter, so I'm reluctant to be on the offensive right now, but we have little choice. We need to take advantage of this while we can. Let's, Barbarian Kingdoms? Yeah, that's exactly who we're fighting right now. Although, no, technically not. It's very specific, the game, that is, about what Barbarian Kingdoms are, and the Celt factions don't fall under that. So it would just help us with like the Franks and the Alamans and things like that, but not with these guys. Yeah, go, make it happen. Oh, no, stop. God damn it, game. Okay, well, now we just took a bunch of attrition and we're nowhere where we need to be. Great. God damn it. Well, it's going to take us like 2 turns now, and we have to recover all of that attrition we just suffered. I swear that one misclick cost us more men than that entire battle did. And now they can come back and attack this because the garrison is basically nothing. What was I building here? I think I was going to put that there or something. I can figure that off camera, though. I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. That was just so punishing right there. Right, so you need to start converting these guys to Christianity. Let's pan down this way. Unfortunately, the Franks might end up helping the Alamans conquer what was supposed to be theirs. I wish I could get you to go do something else. But even when the Huns were at their doorstep, they weren't exactly keen on doing anything. So it looks like we're on the verge of being attacked here. Not sure what these guys are up to. I wouldn't mind telling the Alamans to go defeat them. Maybe a war target there would do something. Before we worry about that, though, let's look at some upgrades here. That's going to lower upkeep costs for all units by 3%. That'll be extremely useful. So let's knock that out. And we're going to wait a little bit longer on this because I'm not confident that I've gotten all of the amphitheaters built. We should be close, though. But there might be a few here and there that aren't ready yet. Let's see. Go ahead and try to hinder that army. Failed. Okay, at least you weren't wounded in the attempt, and you did level up, so it wasn't a total failure. Just mostly a failure. You're alone. We could probably attack you, but I don't have a spy over there to tell me if there's anybody else. Like, there could be an army right here, and we just can't see it because of fog of war. So that could be very bad. Another failure. But yeah, I don't hate the idea of like a preemptive attack, although fighting that out in the field is not something I want to be doing. Just so much cavalry. Like, this army's not so bad. They do have a lot of cavalry, but they also have infantry and stuff, and I can deal with infantry. They look hellbent on attacking, though. They might try to squeeze past and go to there, which is a bit of a concern. Let's see, is that considered? No, it's actually not. Do you have any recruitment buildings there? You do. Cavalry corral. That's not really what I need, though, is it? But if I station these guys here, that would be maybe enough of a deterrent. It's just that, oh, I guess I can recruit you here, so that works. Okay, so that worked out. And how about you guys? We need 2 of those, and we'll grab 2 of these. And then we just need to get the Ballistari. I don't recall where the closest place to recruit Ballistari is, so we'll have to figure that out. Where's my priest, by the way? There he is. So this guy was marching down to Greece to start converting our allied factions in this area over to Christianity. Latin Christianity, that is, not the Eastern one, not the Greek one. But yeah, we're going to try to convert them away from their their pagan ways to our ways. And that should improve our relations with them. This is making me a bit nervous, though. I don't hate the idea of a preemptive attack, but moving at all is going to cause us attrition, and we don't want that. So even if we brought another army over to help out, we'd be at a disadvantage because that movement would penalize us massively. Other than that, I don't know that there's much we can do. This was... I can't believe that. What did we lose? Oh, that cavalry unit. Can we get another one? Or just something? Anything? More artillery. Honestly, those guys were pretty awful. That's what they were employing against us. One of these. And we just slaughtered them. I don't know. I'll worry about it when we get over there. And yeah, you just hang out and convert those guys. So between all that and the battle, I believe we are out of time. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I'll allocate funds for building projects and everything off camera, and we'll come back with, I think, a new turn. I don't know that there's much we need to do. I guess we could handle this right now. Oh, there's actually a lot of people that need to be appointed. So you have a position, you do as well. I could demote you, but that doesn't seem like super necessary right now. We'll put you right here. That's the guy that just had the big victory for us and the big misclick. So he'll be a master of soldiers if he wasn't already. Gaius Lucullus, you're a governor, but we'll put you in there as military count. You already have an appointment. Some of these guys just don't have the influence yet. Lucius Triarius, sure. Go ahead and throw you in there as well. And is there anybody else that needs an appointment? There's got to be. There we go. Okay, so there's a bunch of appointments. Our power is acceptable, but it's like right on the fringe, and I don't love the thought of that, like, tipping over. Okay, so Publius Potitus and our illegitimate daughter Donia had a son, Publius Caesarius Drusus, or Drusus, or something. Okay, well, it's more family members. That's always good. Although it's going to be a long time before you're of any use to us. And so did anybody have influence to spend? You had a little bit. 35. I'm going to have her try to secure some support. Gather some support. Because we desperately need support. Our wife is not very useful in that regard. I feel like she's not gaining a ton of influence. She's supposed to gain an extra 1 per turn, but she just isn't really gaining much. And unfortunately, the Emperor is constantly spending his influence on other things. But that's about all we can do right now. So, as I said, we're going to end the episode here. I'll spend the money off camera, and we will come back with a fresh turn next time. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Attila with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.